Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Arsenal. Declan Rice is a European champion. Great to see him getting used to lifting trophies nice and early. He'll be winning a lot of trophies at the carpet. So, welcome to Arsenal, Declan Rice. What's the latest on him? So, there's been a couple of reports this night, and let's start with team news and ticks. I usually has some insights on teams and some inside information. Declan is fully sold on the Arsenal project. He loves Arteta, loves what he hears from the other England boys, the likes of Saka, Smith Rowe, and the guys. He's already told people. He works with. He will be at Colony next year. Wow, that's so hard to read. He's already told people he works with he will be at Colony next year. Personal terms agreed so long ago, it's laughable. So according to Team News and Ticks, the personal terms already agreed long time ago. Yeah, it was actually laughing when people are talking about Bayern Munich talking to Declan Rice and everything. According to other reports as well, he's everything was already agreed long time ago. He already told people that he's going to Arsenal next season. We were just waiting for either for them to celebrate or for them to mourn the results from the European Conference League, and to see what happens after that. Or they already knew what was going to happen after that. He was going to sign for Arsenal, but that's not it. More news on Declan Rice. According to James, Declan Rice is Arsenal's preferred midfield signing, while a renewed attempt to sign Moises Caicedo this summer would be no surprise. Arsenal have offered a contract to Ilkay Gundogan, who is yet to decide whether to stay with Man City or leave on a free transfer. But Barcelona are also pushing hard for his signature. So, as we've said a lot of times, if you can get both Caicedo and Rice, that would be an absolute dream of a summer transfer window. Usually, you get one or at most two very good players in the one transfer window, like if you go back to 2014, Ozil, 2015, Sanchez, if you go back to 2017, Alexander Lacazette, it's usually one big player, 2020, Thomas Partey, it's usually one big player joining you in a summer transfer window, and then the others just to complement him. But if you get two or three big signings in a season, before a season, that is huge. That rarely happens, especially for Arsenal, especially big money signings. That rarely happens. As a matter of fact, we've never spent anywhere near more than 72 million for one player. This would cost us 92 million to 100 million. So that would be absolutely crazy. And already speaking about getting these players nice and early, because if you don't get Declan Rice right now, there's other teams that want him, like Bayern Munich, like Manchester United. So you cannot just mess around this kind of a player. At least you get one through the door, Declan Rice or Caicedo, and then for the other one, you can take a bit of time trying to get them in. But for you have to get at least one of them this very June, and in fact, maybe even next week before June 20th. I'd love to have someone like a Declan Rice in the team. There's more news on him. Also, according to Team News Ticks, the reports United spoke to his dad are correct, but they were told he wants Arsenal and haven't really spoken since. So according to this report, or according to this tweet, Declan Rice spoke to Manchester United, yes, but he already told them he's going to Arsenal, and since then, Man United have not contacted Declan Rice again. So maybe that is why you're hearing about Man United wanting other midfielders, like I think they want Goretzka from Bayern Munich. They also want Caicedo from Brighton. So maybe that is one of the reasons we're hearing them being linked to other midfielders. Maybe they already know that Declan Rice is definitely joining Arsenal. So this would be a huge deal, as you said. You saw him, if you watched the Conference League final between West Ham and Fiorentina, you saw his ability. I think he had 82% in terms of passing accuracy, 4 out of 5 duels won. I think he also won the aerial duel he's involved in. He also took a couple of shots from outside the box. He's an all-round player. The way he can carry the ball from a defensive position to an attacking position, the way he's calm on the ball, the way he can play as a number 6 or number 8, very, very well needed in the team. And leadership as well. He lifted the trophy. I think he's the first captain for West Ham to lift a trophy since 1980. 43 years. West Ham have not won a trophy, and is one of the reasons why West Ham are actually there winning a trophy. There's more news on him. There's more news on Mikel Arteta and the likes of Declan Rice. So according to reports, Mikel Arteta wants to revamp Arsenal's midfield with 2 new signings. The club are also interested in bolstering their options at centre-back and right-back. A new forward has been discussed too. So the first part of that tweet, Arsenal are looking to add 2 new midfielders. So if Declan Rice is one of them, could the other one be Caicedo? Could the other one be Gundogan? Could we go back for players like Tielemans and Milinkovic-Savic? No one knows, but for Declan Rice, it's looking very, very possible that this could be done very, very soon, and this would be a huge, huge deal for us. I think there's an article I've missed here. Was it this one? Yeah, according to Talksport, Arsenal remain optimistic on their chances of signing West Ham captain Declan Rice. Talksport understands Arsenal are set to make a formal approach for Rice at the Europa Conference League final tonight. So the conference final is already done. Now it's up to us to go and offer. But according to personal terms, I understand that everything is already done for personal terms. Now it's all about the bid between Arsenal and West Ham. They were talking about 92 million, but now that he's lifted that trophy and played so well in a final, that could easily rise to 100 million or more than that, unless they already had a final agreement and everything, and Arsenal are trying to keep it under the radar so that to avoid the media and the press and all the questions and everything. Maybe it was already done by March, maybe it was already done by April, kind of like the one for Jesus. I think the one for Jesus, we had already basically signed Jesus by like April, but at the time Edu knew it, but no one else knew it until like May or the start of June, and then Jesus was an Arsenal player in June. Maybe it's the same situation with Declan Rice. Maybe they've already signed him, but you don't know anything about it. But this would be a huge transfer for us. This would be a world record transfer for us, getting an England regular, someone who always plays for England. He's played at World Cups, he's played at European Championships, he never misses a game for them. I mean, you can say that the likes of Maguire always play every single day, doesn't really mean they're very good as well. But someone like a Declan Rice is proven. If you watch him, you can't watch Declan Rice and say he's a bad player. Like, you need to watch football nicely if you say Declan Rice is not a nice player. The way he carries the ball, especially the ball carrying ability, that would be very important in our midfield. And him replacing Xhaka, who's not going to be here next season, him also covering for Thomas Partey, bringing the English experience as well. Yes, there is English tax here and there, but I think he's one of the players who's worth it. And also talking about that English tax, people say the same thing about Ben White. I think Ben White is definitely worth 50 million, maybe even more. If players these days are going for 100 million, Ben White is a player who can play for you at right back and play for you at centre back. He can probably play for you in midfield as well. That 50 million was also a good price for him. We didn't overpay for Ben White, and he's becoming better and better. Maybe that's the same situation with this guy, Declan Rice. What will be this would be a huge signing. Hopefully you can get him for less than 100 million. But according to reports, he's definitely going to be joining Arsenal. And also, there's something else I missed. Where is that tweet again about Mikel? To the second part of that, the club are also interested in bolstering their options at centre back and at right back. So we are looking at a fullback for sure. I've talked about us being wanting a fullback and needing a fullback. We definitely need a fullback, preferably one that can play right side and left side, or right side and centre back as well. But they're also looking at centre back. So I'm hearing rumors that Austin Trusty could be leaving Arsenal. I'm sure Rob Holding will leave as well. I'm sure Pablo Mari will leave as well. So we'll only have Gabriel, Kivior, Saliba, and Ben White, who can also play there as well. But if you get another centre back, that will allow Ben White to go on at right back, and maybe sometimes we'll play Kivior at left back. You never know. But also a lot of competitions next season. There'll be a lot of games to play, a lot of big games to play, no games that you can really afford to rest players in. So that's the latest on Declan Rice and Mikel Arteta's plans for this transfer window. This sounds like the one for Tielemans, but the one for Tielemans didn't get as close as this one. This would be disastrous if we didn't get him, because it's almost like he's an Arsenal player. Like, I was watching that game between West Ham and Fiorentina, hoping he doesn't get injured or anything, because I'm like, no, he's an Arsenal player. Like, don't do anything too crazy. He'll be an Arsenal player next season, and that would be huge, man. Like, I cannot wait. If he's here next season, him with Thomas Partey and Odegaard, that would be absolutely incredible. And yeah, it's time to cook the rice, Edu. It's time to cook the rice. That's the latest. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.